G'day, today we're unboxing some red claw crayfish, a species of crayfish from Australia, and it's coming right up, so stay tuned. Fingers crossed that all these crayfish are alive. I've removed the outer box and the tape because, guys, I really don't care for that part of unboxing videos. I just want to see the animals inside, right? So let's get in here. I want to say a big thank you to Aquarium Board in Norway for sending me these crayfish, and the reason I'm thanking them, guys, is because not a lot of people would send crayfish to me, right? So I really had to scrape and look to see, right? So these are what they're called, Cherax quadracarnatus, red claw, and I'll explain the red claw part in a minute. These have heat packs as well. Even though it's absolutely scorcho, algae wafers will come in use. Sinking wafers, someone must know I like sweeties. Right, so let's get these guys out of here. I ordered 4. Fingers crossed, please be alive. This one is alive, and I'm going to place them in here. Just make sure that they're all alive first. It's going to be really hard for you guys to see them because they are double bagged as well, you see. So I ordered 4. They only had 4 in the store, and as I said, I'd been searching for these guys for a long time, right? So I'm just going to put them out here, and then we'll see. This one's very blue, isn't that beautiful? Make sure they're alive. This one's really blue as well, right? So normally with these guys, they are very blue when they're in their adolescent stage. Okay, and the males start to develop red claws as they get older, right? So that's good. They're all alive. All alive. Thank you so much. I don't think there's anything else in here. Get that to the side again. Thank you, Aquarium Board in Norway, for sending me these lovely Australian red claw Cherax. Don't ask me the scientific name again. Quadra something. Maybe you can see them here. You see? What we'll do, guys, is we'll put these into a container. They're very small. I'm not sure if I can sex them at this age. There's a way you can sex them as well. We'll put them into a container. We'll have a little bit of better look with the macro camera as well. That's coming right up. Okay, let's go. Let's get these guys in one by one and see what they look like. I'm going to try and angle the camera as best I can so you guys can see. These guys are double bagged too, which is good. I have noticed a lot of the stuff I get, it seems to be, I mean, I do use breather bags for shipping shrimp, but I seem to see better results with just bigger bags with a large air gap like this, and I think it's because as they travel, the water's passing through this air, and it's better for the animal. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's just see if we can get a wee close-up shot. Oh my god, it's so nice. Right, so I wasn't sure of the size of these guys because they can grow quite big. So I have the cull tub is ready for them, and I have a little 60-litre tank ready for them as well. And the reason I have the cull tub ready is because I actually sold all of my shrimp, well, about 90% of them in that tank about 2 months ago. Isn't that a beautiful animal, guys? Look at it. Right, so these guys stay like this with their little blue colour until they get larger, and then they develop the red claw. Right? It's not always the same. You cannot always sex them this way, but that is normally how you sex a male because they have the red claw. But for example, we can have an immature male that may have blue claws. Okay, that's how this works. And the other way as well, how you can sex these, is you lift them with the claws, like a pair. I can't do it with these ones because they're so small. And then you look at the legs. On the 3rd node down on the legs, set of legs, if you include the claws, if there's nodes on it, this is the receptacles for the female crayfish, right? I'm sure it's the 5th set down for where the sperm comes out of the males. Right, and the way they breed, guys, is belly to belly like this, right? So they have the openings on the 3rd receptacles down on the legs of the female, males get on top, and that's how this works. Alright, so these are gorgeous little animals. Let's get the rest of them in here. I'm so happy that these are not dead, because anytime when you ship live animals, there's always that risk. There's always that risk that they will die. Right, so it's always really nice to end up with living animals. You guys will know, especially the ones that ship a lot and stuff. you can know how precarious it can be with shipping any kind of animals. So as I said, we have the cull top ready for them. Once we're done here and we've unboxed them, I had a little bit more of a look at them, unboxed and unbagged. We'll go over to the cull tub and we'll have a look. Right, these guys are small enough. This one's actually quite a bit bigger than the other one, the claw size anyway. And what I also noticed, guys, is the tail on this one's thicker. I'm not sure if that is, if it means anything. I always see with the crayfish, they have a thicker, technically they don't have an abdomen, it's the tail. When it's thicker, this is thicker because this is where they hold the eggs. I'm not sure if that is technically true though. But this is what I'm seeing with this crayfish down here. They're so beautiful, little blue things, little blue beauties. And of course I'm going to test the water here as well, just to see if we need to drip acclimate them, because these guys are larger animals than the shrimp that we normally get, right? So where we normally drip acclimate small shrimp to adjust them to the water parameters, it's not quite the same with larger animals like this. With these, it's more important that they are not sitting in their own ammonia if they've been shipped for a long time. These guys haven't, so we probably will just drip acclimate these as well. I want to get some really nice macro footage of these guys. This one's a little bit whiter than the rest. Looks like it's a slightly marbled effect. Still very beautiful though. Last one. And we go. Right, so the plan, as I said, is we will put these guys, because they're small, into the 60-litre tank, and we'll watch them and enjoy them. I've put in plenty of little hides and stuff for them so they can escape from each other. Once they grow slightly larger, we'll put them in the cull tub, and I'll show you guys that as well. This last one's a wee bit tight. Didn't make the hole quite big enough. Probably holding it. Is that what this is? I think it's double bagged and held on by the top part. That's why it's not coming out. There we go. So right now in Norway we are having what I would call a heat wave. Right, today is meant to be super hot. If you live in other parts of Europe, you will know right now it is hot for here, I'm saying, guys. What I mean by that is it will be at least 30 degrees today, which is, for me, it's hot, right? So how do I get around that in a shrimp room? Well, it's not 30 degrees at night time. Right, so how I get around that in Norway is I leave the window open in the shrimp room that has a mosquito net on it overnight, right? So that means that the room actually cools down to about 20 degrees, which means the temperature of the tanks also cools down to roughly 20-21 degrees, right? So it takes a long time for bigger tanks to heat back up. And these guys are absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy that they're all alive. So happy. Right, so let's get them into their wee enclosure. Of course we'll drip acclimate them. I'm going to set up the drip acclimator now. I think I'm just going to quickly check the temperature and stuff in here. The water feels colder than the water in the tanks because the air is warm. 131. This is almost soft water here. Depends on where you live as well. Let's check the temperature. That's, for me, that would be, I mean, I don't know if this is tap water either, so I'm saying soft water. It could be anything. 24.4. So the water in here is look at this one's coming up. Look, I mean, hello. They're quite inquisitive actually. 24.3. So the water is actually probably colder in there than it is. Let's have a little look. It might not all be cold. It's early in the morning here. It is about 11 o'clock. It's not early in the morning, but 24.7. It's about 3 degrees difference. 0.3 difference, right? So we won't have to drip acclimate these guys for very long. I think the tank I'm going to put them in, I think the TDS is something like 190. I'm putting them in cherry shrimp water conditions. These shrimp in Australia are called yabbies as well, guys. So they live in quite a diverse environment. They can live in lakes, rivers, ponds. All right, so I'm noticing here this one's antenna is very short, but they're probably bitten off at one point because these guys can be very aggressive as well. This is why we've got to put them and tanks that have lots of hidey holes for them to hide in. Alright, so let's get that done. Let's see how they got on. This was a 4-hour acclimation. I've removed the water just to make it a little bit easier for us to pick these guys up with our hands, because if I use a net there's a good chance that their limbs will get stuck in the net. I mean, I only have a bigger green net and small shrimp nets, right? So it's perfectly fine for us to use our hands to pick these guys up, because they're quite adequate at moving around on land too. Okay, they can survive on land for a little while as long as it's like damp. Alright, so let's get these guys in. Let's get you up to the tank level. Fingers crossed this goes to plan. Let's see. So I'm going to have to pick one up with my hand. Let's see. I don't want them to go crazy like this, you see. And then I'm going to have to go up here and put them in the tank. One at a time. Hopefully you guys can see this, right? We'll do it gently. Just drop them in. Flop. There you go. Oh my god, they're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Let's do that again. Hopefully I don't turn the camera off. Let's get them in. I've got 2 there. That one tried to bite me. Camera up. This one wants to escape. Hopefully you can see that. And it's away. I put 4 hides in there because there's 4 crayfish. Let's see. Where are you? Oh! It's always easier to try and grab them behind the head so you don't get the claws. Right, up here, hopefully you can see again. And you go, my fair prince. There you go, to your new home. 4 little hides, as I said. They will love it in there. These guys go pretty fast as well. From what I've seen when people do the crayfish farming with this type of crayfish, they grow fast. This one wants to bite me. Alright, let's see. Oh! Don't drop. I don't want to hurt them with crushing them. Here we go. Last one. Isn't it gorgeous? In they go. Right, I'll take some macro footage of these as well. I don't think we will feed them today because I want them to settle in first. We'll maybe feed them a little bit of food tomorrow. Once they go into the shelters, I see one of them has already, and the one right in front of the camera here. Once they find their shelter, I'll put a little bit of food in front of them and we'll get some more macro footage, alright?